Welcome to the 3x5 news, views, and reviews scribbled on index cards. We get in and we get out fast, so keep up. HR1. That is the congressional label for the big beautiful bill. As everyone knows by now, by everyone, I mean the 7.03% of the population that actually follows current affairs, it throws many off the rolls of Medicaid and increases expenses for many who obtain their insurance through the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. However severe and catastrophic that is, it fails to offset the tax cuts predominantly to the rich in the federal budget. And to think, some Republicans actually sought to cut more health services to keep the national debt from exploding to the extent that it will with tax cuts. For a normal God or goddess-fearing regular person such as you or I, it's a little hard to understand the logic behind depriving a large section of the population, low and middle income, of health care and condemning it to disease and death while giving the rich more money. I mean, who thinks like that or even entertains it as a possible solution? As we already saw with the elimination of USAID, the foreign aid agency, Republicans seem to take special delight in crushing the vulnerable. All I can say is there is a sucking chest wound where their hearts should be. The public needs to be aware, though, that cuts to healthcare affect not only the poor, but all of us. Here are a few examples how from ChatGPT. The inability of uninsured patients to pay their bills prompts hospitals to raise prices for those with insurance, raising healthcare insurance premiums for all. Cuts can force closures of rural hospitals or reductions in their services, which decreases access to emergency care and specialists for everyone in their area, which in turn leads to job losses in the healthcare sector and beyond. Furthermore, if coverage is lost, family members are often forced to miss work or quit their jobs to care for sick loved ones, which of course leads to financial struggle. But there is another burden besides on the immediate family, and it's not often spoken about, the burden on extended family. Before we get to that, let's explore in more detail what it's like to be deprived of healthcare insurance. To begin with, the uninsured individual never make appointments for checkups, which are SOP for the insured. Imagine, for example, life without treatment and prescriptions for high blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes. When overcome by the inevitable illness out of desperation, they set aside their concerns about costs and rush to the emergency room, aka the uninsured's version of healthcare. Afterwards, and God forbid they are actually admitted, they face bills from the hospital and individual doctors ranging from 4 figures to 6 figures. Adding insult to injury, you know how, as an insured individual, you look at your health insurance statement and see the exorbitant fees that doctors and hospitals charge health insurance companies? Those are routinely inflated in the knowledge that health insurance companies will bargain them down, but those fees are what the uninsured will be billed. Bills only compound the illness which incurred the bills. When hospitals and individual doctors aren't paid, your bills go to collection agencies. Eventually, if you are working, your paycheck is garnished. There is relief, though. After your last hospital visit, when you die, there will be no way to collect your debts. But wait, there is something they have recourse to. The extended family to which I referred earlier, the uninsured, unemployed, or those working at low-wage jobs. They once would have been called poor relations, but under this system, where even Obamacare becomes unaffordable, the uninsured comprise not just the poor, but the lower middle class and even the middle class. They will turn to you for help from everything to from insulin to operations. Obviously, this also, and maybe especially since they are so successful, applies to congresspersons. Imagine the wife of a male Republican member of the House of Representatives, quote, "But we have to help my fill in the blank mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, not to mention friends," unquote. We're talking about a huge financial outlay. The Republican congressperson can't help but think, oh my God, what did we do? Of course he can refuse, doubling down on the hard-heartedness he exhibited by supporting this bill, in the process securing the animosity of his immediate and extended family, as well as that of his church and the community at large. With these cuts, healthcare insurance becomes like a prize awarded to the winners in society, a privilege, not a right.